I'm ready for my favorite project, guys. It's the Greek mythology project. So today on Friday, I don't know what the date is. Friday, let me check. Ooh, sorry, does it even matter? Oh, it's Black History Month, guys. How exciting. I usually decorate my door. I'll see if I have time this week. So this Friday, the 5th of February, you guys will be signing up for one of these topics. I would consider maybe you want to do, if you have one of these monsters, you might want to connect it to a human, like, uh, it's not a monster, but Pegasus. Maybe you can connect it to Bellerophon. That's the character that rides Pegasus. So if you aren't finding enough information, like you would want to do Sphinx Oedipus. So that's just like a thought. So when you're signing up, there's just a couple that don't have a lot of information about them, but you have to find a lot of information about them. So you'll need to find more and more sources. So if you do sign up for somebody like Adonis or Pandora, right, you want to make sure that you have enough sources to cover yourself, okay? So that is the first thing that you'll do. You sign up, make sure you're signing up in the correct class period. You guys always do. It seems obvious, but just want to cover that. Then this will be the rubric. I'm really hoping that I don't have typos in this stuff, guys, but I had to kind of like hurry up and publish it because some of you guys are like speeding through those ed puzzles. Like, you have a thirst for school. You want to be back. So, I'm still behind on grading them, but what else is new? That's just a lot of English teacher's life, right? You just papers. That's fine. It happens. I shouldn't be all negative about myself. But if you find some typos, let me know because I had to do this as fast as possible. So this is the rubric for the whole thing. We're going to first start with the outline because we need to know information about our character. So I'll show you what that looks like. But basically, this is just, you have to make sure you're not plagiarizing, and I can publish, again, like what it means to plagiarize if you would like. I can publish the quiz. We can redo all that stuff if you want to. Or we could just build on what we learned last semester. That was my goal, kind of. So like one thing with plagiarism is every paragraph has to be cited. Where do you cite? Under A. So you have like, I don't know how your outline's going to be organized. I can't tell you how to organize your outline. Everybody has somebody different. Maybe I would organize my outline. Remember, my outline has to be formal, so I don't want to put any questions in it. I don't want to put any jokes in it, okay? But when I make my infomercial, you can bet there's going to be jokes. You can bet there's going to be infomercials. You can bet there will be material that's a little edgy because, to be honest and frank, if you know the Greek gods, you know there are going to be questionable practices on Mount Olympus or whatever. So, but this is going to be formal. Paragraph 1, maybe you want to detail the character's family relationships, okay? And so that's Roman numeral 1. Maybe Roman numeral 2, you want to go to, like their powers. What if they don't have powers? If there's no powers or there's no cool responsibilities, then, maybe you want to move on to myths about them, okay? So it doesn't matter how you organize the outline. I would decide on a way to organize an outline that would make sense. But under the Roman numeral 1, you would have your topic sentence, like, I don't know, Zeus is the king of the gods, and most people know who he is. And I might use a positive here, an epithet. I might say the brother of Hades and Poseidon. Do I need to cite that? Probably not, because it's common knowledge, right? But then under A, I want to start citing. According to the article, and I'll show you what this looks like, but, I need to start citing. At the end of the paragraph, I need to cite again, okay? And maybe I could have a final thought on that, paragraph, that Roman numeral. I want to have a final thought that's my own thought. That's fine. I don't need to cite that. But the rest of the material has to be cited. Are you citing too much? Probably not. So we'll get into that. You will have a infomercial that will go along with this. Don't worry about the infomercial until the next week, like the week of the 7th. Don't worry about that until then, because I know you can slap it together pretty quickly after you have all this base information, okay? You'll also probably be asked to stand in front of the class and tell us about your Greek god a little bit. Like, you're going to need, I will have the outline, yes, but like somebody in the class, I guarantee, has no clue who Tiresias is. So you're going to need to tell us a little bit about him before we watch your infomercial, if that makes sense, okay? So not everybody will see everybody's, unfortunately, but I might have you do a discussion like last time where you just respond to their infomercial if you're not here. Someone K through Z, respond to their infomercial if you're A through J, okay? I might have you do something like that. I haven't decided yet because I don't know how things are going to be. I don't have a crystal ball, but I really could use one in 2021. So if you know someone, if you know a crystal ball dealer, if you have some tarot cards, my mom told me don't do it, but I'm tempted, okay? Okay, I'm dead serious. My mama did tell me. She's like so strict about that stuff. Is anyone else's parents strict about that stuff? Like, no Ouija boards, no tarot cards. And if that's true, I'm going to put a spot in this puzzle. So I'm really curious. Tell me why your parents say that. Like, is it religious, or tell me why? I'm so curious. My mom was a Southern Baptist, so she doesn't trust that stuff. She's really strict like that. And I've always kind of followed her, expectations there. Don't you follow your parents' expectations? Maybe that's why the Greek gods are so crazy, because they're always trying to appease their parents or something. So, okay, got off on a tangent there. Like always, that's what makes class interesting. Hello. Okay, you got to work side pitch. It's got to be alphabetical. It's got to be Times New Roman. All this has to be 12-point font. 1-inch margins, that's what your teachers want. So when you present to, we hope that you're humorous because we're your audience. But for your outline, you need to write in academic tone, right? No, don't use the word you, right? Okay, I'm also looking, were you productive in class? Were you on the tabs you were supposed to be on? At home during class, were you working on stuff? I'm sure you were. Did you give me AP level, honors level work? Or is this the work of just regular English 9 student? I'm looking at that. Okay. And did you take your speech seriously before you, got up there to speak? Now, one idea I had too is if you're researching somebody like Adonis, does he have a, special location in Greece? Like, I know when we went to Greece, we saw the Temple of Hera. We saw all kinds of cool temples and places that were dedicated to these gods and goddesses. Maybe he has a flower, research that if you don't have enough information. Okay. So that is my thoughts on that. Now let me go back to the main page. It's just kind of, if you want to think about this, this is kind of my outline. Okay. Like of the things I'm talking about. We discussed the importance of outlines. One of those important things is that, if you're a football player, you probably have a plan when you go into the game, right? You probably have a process you follow. If you're going to get your hair cut, you don't just go in there and be like, do whatever. No, there's a process. There's a plan. Hopefully, otherwise you come out of there with some swan hairdo. It's pink or something. It sounds amazing. Okay. You can click here for the assignment. Like I said, I slapped these documents up really quickly. So I'm really hoping there's no errors or things that I used in past years because I change it every year. I don't like to do the same thing. Okay. So this is just a way you could organize your outline. Okay. Don't ask me how to organize your outline. Here's just the way I would do it. You do whatever works for your character. Okay. Just keep it in, this, I don't know. I would just say keep it in a way that seems organized to you, Okay. Let's see what else. We should be citing every paragraph. Again, you might not have a Roman name. Leave it off if you don't have a Roman name. That's great. Okay. Your page should be 3 pages because it's double spaced. You can do that. It should probably be more than 3 pages. In fact, it should. The works cited page is not going to count. And with your visual guys, this is going to be the infomercial. So don't worry about this. Okay. Works cited list. You have to have also a book citation. In-text citations. Please follow the format. Don't just do whatever you want. That would be really cool, but that's not what I'm asking you to do, right? Let's see. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound annoyed. Do I sound annoyed? I hope I don't this morning. It's just like, how many outlines have I taught? Probably outline a lot. So I'm always like, get to teach this again. I really like it. It's just no one's here to ask me questions. So also, I need another coffee. I'm just human. I'm not like a demigod or anything. Okay, let's see. In-text citations. For each Roman numeral should have an in-text citation. Don't forget to introduce your source. Only introduce your source one time. I'm going to put a question here about introducing your source. So if you're using Edith Hamilton's mythology, you'll italicize the book. You'll say, according to Edith Hamilton in the book, italicize mythology, right? I tell you all about Achilles, who's my character. In my paragraph, I tell you his mom is Thetis. She's a sea nymph. She's overbearing. She's, very concerned for his welfare. Sounds like my mom. Bobby Boucher's mom, is Achilles' mom. They're very, almost like to the point where they emasculate their sons. And then I say something like, obviously Hamilton didn't say that, but I tell you more from Hamilton. And then I have a page number, right? I probably have several page numbers, so I should see that throughout the paragraph. And I don't have to say, according to Edith Hamilton's mythology, according to Edith Hamilton's mythology. No. After I just introduce her source one time, I will use a page number. What if you have another book source though? I would say Hamilton, 154, right? In the parentheses, period. The period falls outside the parentheses. The period does not fall like in a sentence either. If I have another book, I would say Hunter, page 12. I need to introduce Hunter as well. For an internet source, I would cite it like so. Ancient Greek myths, Hercules. Now, here's something special, a special note. I might refer you back to this video. Sorry to point at you. That was evil. Don't point at people. It's rude and they don't like it. They feel like they're being lectured too. Okay. For an internet source with the same article title. Oh, trust me, this will happen to some of you guys. Cite the article like this. Okay, so let's see, as follows. I like that. Okay, so I got to say, okay, if I have this happen, I want to say, okay, this might be Encyclopedia Greek. This is totally fake, okay? And so this is a publisher. I want to put a dash. Publishers are in italics, and so are book titles. This is my article title. Okay, that way, if I have another publisher, I'll have a different publisher is what I'm saying. So I can have several article titles called Zeus. Oh crap, Ms. Stevens, how do I do this? Right, well, you would do it like this. You would put the publisher with a dash and the article title. Look at me though, I gotta check my own work, guys. If you guys see any mistakes, don't be shy, let me know. Because we can't bust other people's grammar, we gotta bust our own. Not really grammar, but it's punctuation. Okay, so for an internet source with no author, you would do it like this. Okay. Works cited pages. Yes. You have an old Shaker works cited. We did not do research on the French Revolution. Darn it, we should have for the Count of Monte Cristo, but I didn't even want to try that with me just coming back, and the whole schedule is crazy, so you won't have that. But I'm just going to leave that on there for funsies. So someone asks me, and I can be like, didn't you see me in the video talk about that? Ha ha. Okay, how to cite a book. This shows you how. This is the MLA8 format. How to cite a website. I will be looking at your websites, okay? And then this should just be like this. if you don't have a date of publication, you will put N period, D period. So let me show you. Okay, just while you guys are watching. Okay, date of publication or N period, D period. I don't know why. Maybe it means no date. That's just how you do it. I didn't make up these rules, guys. I just have to follow them. It's like fashion rules. You have to, there are very many of them. Know what you got to follow. Okay, cite a website with no author. This shows you how. I'm nervous. Hopefully we're not gonna have any mistakes here. Okay, resources. I will have books in the classroom. You guys will be able to use them. Phones are not allowed in school. However, you can use our phone to take pictures of your book. You will need the page number as well. Okay, here's some errors you just want to avoid. Sorry, this video is boring, but I don't want to waste our time in class, which is so precious now, talking to you about this, okay? I want to spend our time in class like answering a very specific question, okay? Okay, make sure you have citations. Cite in every paragraph. If you leave one paragraph without citing, that's plagiarism, okay? Here we have, according to the article, 10 years, page 277, avoid citing the top of sentence. I should see only summarizing and paraphrasing. I should not see any direct quotes. I don't want to see any direct quotes. I'm going to ask a question about that here. Okay, one other thing. I had a kid, he went to Wikipedia. First, don't do that, okay? Don't use Wikipedia. You can use the bottom articles on Wikipedia, like where Wikipedia got their information, but don't go to Wikipedia. He used the words, I'm looking at it right now because I printed it. Action-packed. He said the highest grossing film was adjusted for inflation. These are not words a ninth grader uses. I can see it from a mile away. I don't need a plagiarism checker. You have to change the sentence structure and the words. You cannot use the author's words. Now, there's some things that's going to be like, oh, he's the king of the Greek gods. Okay, yeah, you can't change the king of the gods. There are some things you can't change. So I do know that Turnitin.com might check. It might see some of that. But if it sees more than one line, that's a problem. So we really have to be careful. And I might ask you, can you change that word choice? Can you change the structure of that sentence to fix it? And I'm going to ask you, you can overwrite it. You can change it several times before it keeps it. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, if your percentage is high, you need to go fix that. I don't care if you don't think you didn't plagiarize. Go back and fix it because I can see it and it doesn't look good. I love you, but I taught for 11 years. I can see it, okay? Maybe you don't think it's plagiarism. Maybe it was unintentional plagiarism. It was plagiarism, okay? All right. Just so you know, you get partial credit for you. That's partial credit. That's low, okay? I could give you 10%. I could give you 50%. I could give you 80%. It's all up to the teacher's discretion. That sounds mean, but it's just it's. You don't want to steal, okay? All right, this is how you're going to lay out your outline. Okay, it's 2021. Oops, I'm not used to writing 2021 yet. Okay, maybe you want a cute title. I don't know. You're always so cute with your titles. I hope you come up with someone. So one. Okay, here we have. Yeah, how can I reword King of the Gods? Like, I don't know. This is a very basic topic sentence. It doesn't need to be cited. Okay, but I probably do need to cite his Roman name. I need to cite that. And then at the end of the paragraph, I'm going to cite. If I have more details about, like the fight between Poseidon and Hades, I'll cite that according to the book. I don't know, mythology. Hamilton. Oops. He and his brothers drew straws or whatever, okay? And then I have a page number. I don't know. But this is exactly how we're going to write our outline. It needs to be 3 pages minimum. Works cited pages extra. Now, let me go back here and think about all the things. Okay, I should have an outline here. Oh, I love the Cyclops. This is an old outline, but I just love it. Check at these places before you come ask me questions, okay? If I have an A, I need to have a B as well. Okay, now, Ms. Stevens, I get all this, but I'm worried about my infomercial. All right. Let me go to modules. I'm going to publish my infomercial. It didn't take me long, but I would not wait till the last minute too. I don't really want you panicking. Look at all this stuff I don't publish it yet because I don't want you to see it yet. So I don't want you to get overwhelmed, okay? But let's just click in here. I won't publish it yet. I don't want you to be overwhelmed. Here's a note card. I'll probably give you a note card if I have one. I'll go get some at the store today. I need to go get some. You probably want to have a note card when you're up at the podium. Why? To introduce your source. Of course, this is going to take forever, guys. This is such a bummer. Well, I'm going to make sure that link works. It does. There's one there. It's not working today. I don't know. But you want to, here's a video. I hope the video works, guys. I don't want to have to remake it. Let's see. I probably will have to remake it. Oh, this is just these are old projects. You want to look at that? Okay. I don't. This is just, okay. These are inspirations of like what kids made in the past, which are super cute. But we're not doing this project. So I might leave it up for your inspiration. Okay. You guys are not going to make one of these because of COVID. So what I'm going to say is you can look at these for inspiration. But, you need to do you're making your infomercial, and you're coming up with a product. Okay. Ugh. Okay, so that's because COVID is spread through droplets. It's just disgusting. Who knows? Maybe you have droplets on you. Everybody does. So let's just. What if we all get quarantined again after spring break, and your project's it's in the cabinet, and you're advertising some sort of a sunscreen, for like God Apollo or something like, or maybe you have an album of his songs, and you borrowed one of your dad's records. Like, we can't have that in the cabinet. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna get mad. He needs that back. Okay, so you started a problem. Think of a product. I used Screencastify, and now I find it disappointing. So I would say Loom is the best. Okay. Upload this to YouTube. Okay, that way we know it's safe. And then I will make sure to put a due date on this. I believe this is due the 17th. Okay, so I'm hoping that my infomercial works. Let me see. Why did I just do that? Y'all, I was just scared of losing my stuff. Let's see if this works. Oh, yeah. You want to use royalty-free music, too, so, like, it doesn't, YouTube doesn't delete your video.
Are you a lonely, friendless hermit with a penchant for crying yourself to sleep each night?
Okay, yeah. So this is the video, and you guys, it's too embarrassing. Okay, so there's going to be, I'll just publish this. No, I won't publish it. I don't want you to get nervous. Just focus on your outline first, okay, guys? I'm hoping I answered all the questions. I'm not a student, so I don't come up with really good student questions in my head. But that's about it. I'm going to try to speed up this video so it doesn't take 23 minutes. Right now it's 23 minutes, but I'm going to use my program to try to speed it up so it doesn't take all your time. So maybe you can start looking and make sure you like your character, okay? That's today's homework. Just brainstorm.